Hello everybody, I'm back. I took a little break from recording just because I wasn't really feeling inspired yesterday and was still kind of tired from that sort of marathon of recording I did before. I didn't realize how much that was taking out of me, just putting up an episode every single day. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people have asked what I'm going to do with my recording schedule now, like if I'm going to do Feed the Beast every day. For the moment, I'm just going to stick with the Feed the Beast schedule as it is. These stupid guys. They fall through the floor so much. One of these was in one of these dark spaces here, but he's down here now. And I keep finding him in my basement. I hate him. Behave right. Dang it. Anyway, so yeah, for now I'm just going to stick with the normal Feed the Beast schedule. We'll probably come up with something to fill the other time slot at some point. I don't know if it'll be an LP of another game or the Arisecraft server, which I have not gotten around to recording. Mostly because I was busy with an untitled story. But anyway, let's not talk about recording so much just yet. And let's talk about this crazy thing that we're looking at here. So, I'm making some changes to my sugarcane farm here. The thing that prompted those changes was my golems disappeared. All of them except for one wooden golem who's still there working for me. Both of the straw ones and the other wooden one just straight up vanished. I don't know if they fell through the floor, same as these guys did. I couldn't find them in my basement. So if they did fall through the floor, I guess they suffocated. So that's a pain, but I have suspected for a long time that the wooden golems were my bottleneck here. And we're going to replace this guy and his dead brother with a with something that I think is going to do a better job for us. So come here. Come here. I want to pick you up. Come here. Come on. Oh, this guy, he doesn't want to he doesn't want me to pick him up. Where'd he go? I have to break this. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I actually learned about this relatively recently. Apparently obsidian pipes can actually have a very large range of space where they'll suck up items. If you power them with something more stronger than an autarkic gate or a redstone engine, like a redstone energy cell. So I've set up these redstone energy cells here at 3 MJ per tick, which I think will run these at max range. And I have this red alloy wire here to control these so that they don't burn through their MJ too quickly. Now, I thought that maybe the way I had this set up... Okay, let's put this down. The interval I'm going to be using is 0.75 seconds. Yep, so look, those are just picking things up. So these have sort of an expanding range. So, you know, if something touches the pipe, it'll pick it up. One block below that, it's 3x3. Below that, it's 5x5. Below that, it's 7x7. And one more down, it's 9x9. So these are positioned just so that the 9x9 collection area is right down at the level of the sugarcane. And I put this glass over here to replace the fence just so that all of the sugarcane would fall in the appropriate place. So I think... Yeah, I'm not hearing pickup sounds anymore. I think it's cleaned it up. So we can add more straw golems here to speed the thing up, and this should keep up just fine. So how this works out is the timer, these are set to enabled high. The timer, the length of the pulse from the timer is long enough for it to use to do its thing twice. Which is fine. That's as short as it can get. I assume this is a 1 redstone tick pulse, which is a 2 Minecraft tick pulse. So they do it twice. That makes sense. So the way that works out is 30... Wait, how did I calculate this? 24 MJ per second? 32 MJ per second? 32. Yeah, it's 32 MJ per second. If I did my math right. So I thought maybe I could use redstone engines to power these things. Oops, can't shift walk off that. Because the way the timer works out is a redstone engine on each one of these would actually provide me enough MJ to keep going, because they're 1 MJ per second. If I just slowed this down a little bit, it would be enough. But redstone engines can't actually power these things, I found. So they can power machines directly, but they can't power anything that will just generally put out MJ. You can't put them on a conduit, you can't put them on a conductive pipe. So we have to use an actual engine to power this thing. So I have this conduit set up here. leading to a spot. Oh, this is pretty funny. This is a grass block facade. I've heard that they're gray, but I didn't know just how gray they actually were. It's crazy. So I'm just going to leave that there because I assume it'll maybe get fixed in the future. But anyway, since we have excess charcoal coming out of this farm here, I think we can use that to generate our MJ for this with a hobbyist steam engine. It is the most frugal on charcoal use of any of the engines that I know about, unless, you know, you want to set up a full-blown boiler. But I don't want to do that. I just want one block here. So this hobbyist steam engine right here is going to get water from the aqueous accumulator below it and charcoal from this barrel, which I have moved. It's in a slightly more convenient position now. So yeah, there's a bunch of pipes under this. Red pipe signal on equals energy pulsar. That just leads over to this. So space in inventory equals red pipe signal. So that should start getting charcoal. And I hope it won't get so much that it starts popping out. Let's just watch it for a bit. Okay, so that turned off. So it's no longer pumping charcoal out of the barrel. Oh, I guess we have to actually turn this on. Okay, so it's heating up. Good, okay, so it pulls about 20 charcoal at a time. That's pretty much perfect. So there will be a short interval where there's no charcoal in here when it requests some new stuff, but this will definitely have enough heat and steam to keep going during that time. So that should keep our energy cells powered up while they pick up the sugarcane for us. Let's see, once it gets going, let's make sure it's actually stable like that. Oh, you know what? I did not factor in the 5% loss on this conduit into my calculations. So let's just go ahead and change this timer to 1 second. Just so that we don't run out of MJ. Okay. So that'll work fine. And I think I might actually want to use another energy cell on this same line because now that we're picking up sugarcane much faster than a wooden golem would be able to pick it up, let's see what's happening in this chest. I will bet that this is now I can't get down there, that this is now a bottleneck. I lost that bet. Okay. Well, never mind that. Alright, so this is fine. There's an autarchic gate down there pulling items out of this chest. What I thought I could do is, I think this chest is unnecessary now since I don't have a wooden golem needing to see it as its inventory. Let's just go ahead and replace it with a gold transport pipe or two. Because there's a wooden one down there that doesn't need to be there anymore. And it'll just go straight to the chest that's over here. So I think that chest, the one that holds sugarcane and saplings and mushrooms, if this were working, which it's not. Oh, look! That's filled up. Cool. I just fed it a bit more beef. I wanted to see this fill up. So apparently these hold 10 buckets each. Buckets. Yeah. Bucket of methane. So what was I doing here? Oh, yeah. Changing the pipe. And yeah, this way, right, we can add more lily pads of fertility. We can add more straw golems and get more efficiency out of this. I want to be over here. Oh, yeah, this is all facaded, so it's going to be a little hard to find the spot. Is it here? Let's see. What is that? That's solid sandy brick. That's solid. Where is the pipe? That's it. Okay, found it. Really hard to tell. Okay, so I'm going to pull this off. Ooh, crazy colors. Look at that. It changes color as it goes, too. It's not just magenta or something. That is crazy. Okay, so we're going to take this chest out and replace it with 2 gold pipes. And there we go. Because there's just no reason to have that buffer chest there anymore. And we have another gold pipe past there, so that's a bit overkill, but that's okay. Alright, great. So that's done. So those are now going to go over here, which is also all covered up by facades, but let's go back outside and we can see the outside of it. To this chest. So right, what I suspected was this was going to be a bottleneck. So what I could do is, instead of this iron ore gate here, let's just go ahead and do it, just in case it becomes a bottleneck later, like if we add more straw golems and things. Oh, wait. Okay, I can make that work. I can make that work. All right, so I have another redstone energy cell on me, and I don't have the conduits to actually get power to it. And here they are. Okay, so golem and wand actually... Oh! Oh, the bow tie stays on him. I didn't know that. Okay, I figured it'd pop off when you picked him up. Okay. So we don't need these. We don't need this. I don't know if I showed this, but I upgraded my assembly table. Has more lasers now. Goes pretty fast with 9. I could potentially add more. I wanted to move this to another spot, but there just wasn't another good one, and this seems good enough. So I'll just leave it back here. Right. So we're putting this on here to replace that autarchic gate. I'm just going to leave the autarchic gate there. It's not that expensive, and change it to redstone signal. And okay, there's nothing around it that needs redstone signal to be off, right? Looks like there isn't. Okay. So we'll put this right here and set it to enabled high. And yeah, 1 MJ per tick ought to be fine. Now, is that pulling stuff faster? It looks faster, but give me a bunch of sugarcane. Obsidian pipes are going to pick it all up. Okay, well, let me get some from inside, I guess. Yep. Because, yeah, the reason I'm messing with this right now is because with the 5 biogenerators I have there on, I'm still going through my biofuel faster than I'm producing it. I want to get that to... I want to change that so that I can produce biofuel fast. Oh, look at it go! Yeah, that is super speedy. Okay, so that's fine. And is this going up? No? What? That's not getting any energy at all. Yeah, and that... Oh, well, it would help if you connected it to the line. Jeez. And actually, at 1 MJ per tick, that might be... Yeah, that's going too fast. So this is going to need more power. Well, then... okay, I'll think about this a little bit. I could add it to the timer here, but that's not... Well, yeah, maybe I'll add it to the timer. Or give it its own timer or something. Yeah, that'll probably work fine. Yeah, if this runs out, you know, it'll get some power from this and be able to keep going. So that's fine for now. All right, so we'll stop messing with that for a little bit. Oh, this looks pretty good. Now, okay, the next possible bottleneck here would be our router. And we did make a speed upgrade for this a long time ago. I'll leave it as it is. It looks like things are actually keeping up just fine. So, you know what? Why don't I just take this out and not waste the MJ for that? Let it go into those engines. So yeah, for the moment... yeah, for the moment I'll just leave it like this, because this seems to be doing okay. But yeah, when I add more straw golems and more lily pads of fertility, I think I'm going to need more, need to fix that bottleneck. But for now, it's fine. Now, having done all that, I want to try an alternate way to get sugarcane. So, if you remember, if you were watching, back in our last world, we tried a lot of different things for automating industrial craft crop harvesting. I still hate those crops, but I understand them better now, so I can deal with them. GregTech actually gives you a crop harvestor, which, yeah, it says it harvests the crop stick in front of it. So the question is, does it just do one, or does it do a whole bunch of them? So I want to build this thing and find out. And that's why I have this diamond saw blade. Okay, so we need 4 electrum plates. Electric item clearer. Okay. Ooh. That is a pain to craft. Okay. Well, I'm going to craft this annoying thing. Okay, 8 electrum plates. And I will be back once I have it. Whew, yeah, that was a pain to craft. Okay, so there's the crop harvester. And looking at this, clears out a 3x3x3 in front of it. So that tells me that that's maybe this thing's area. The tooltip implies differently, but let's find out. So we're going to need to power this. I have a spare bat box here, and I think I have a bat pack somewhere. Yep. Oh, if you notice my gear is not as good as it was, I did something really dumb. I fell in lava and died. I was in the nether messing around, and I'll actually show you the spot because we'll be going in there a moment ago. And yeah, broke the one main rule in Minecraft. Don't mine straight down. Thought I was in a perfectly safe spot, but nope. Landed me right in a lava lake. Okay, so if I put this right in the middle here, yeah, I've pre-planted this sugarcane. Basically what I'm wondering is if I can breed some better... Alright, that red side to me says that's the side that's going to harvest the stuff. If I were to... Okay. If I were to breed better crops with this, we're going to need a wrench thingy. Then maybe I could use that for harvesting sugarcane, possibly wheat, and other things I might want as a possible alternative to golems, or just, yeah, as an alternative to golems and other methods of farming. So I'd just like to get familiar with it, see if it will do what I want. So we're going to turn this around. If I shift-click with the face toward me, it'll go away. Okay. Here. Okay, it is drawing power. Oh, yeah, okay. Oops, that was wrong. Okay, so it harvested... Oh. Wait. I didn't see... That looks like it might just be one. Let's turn you if I can. I can't reach it. Okay, let me do this. Alright, there we go. And you can harvest? Or are you out of power again? No? What? There it went. That thing is slow! And also, Okay, so it's very slow and kinda... Yeah, it looks like it only does one item. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. So I would need one of these per crop? Well, that's not very good. Okay. Well, now we know. I don't think that's a very good option, because those are kind of expensive to make. I'll think about it. If I come up with something that... let's see. So these won't be affected by lily pads of fertility or anything. Yeah, okay. Well, we have that option if we want to do crops. Anyway, so now we know how that works. Now let's not use it. I did a little bit of improving around here. I'll just show you that real quick. Okay, this chest is full. Gotta expand it. So I moved my MFSU back one block just so I could fix this wiring up a bit better. I took something out here. I think it was the gas turbine. Okay, gas turbine's there. I took some generator or another out that I wasn't really using. And actually, I'm not really using most of these, so I could probably take them all out. Just so the hybrid solar panel to have a better spot to sit so that we can power our matter fabricator as well as everything else. And temporarily, I put all of its EU into this MFSU, which I'm slowly using just to charge stuff up. So that'll go away once I've used it all up. And right, I upgraded my. I made an induction furnace. This thing smelts stuff real quick. Let's see. Let's get something good to smelt. How about? What do I want to smelt? Nickel. Here we go. I'll smelt some nickel. So it has 2 slots, and it processes both simultaneously. So you can put them in like that. And yeah, goes pretty quick. So you can't overclock it, but I don't think I need to. This is faster than any other way to smelt anything that I know. So that's pretty nice. Wait a minute. Those are nickel ingots. I want them to be ferrous so that they will stack with my others. There we go. And in the same... I also upgraded my... I don't know what I was trying to say there. I also upgraded my compressor to a singularity compressor. And these things are just on all the time. So if you give them a redstone signal, they will... they'll pressurize or heat up or whatever they do to go at the fast speed. And yeah, this one does take upgrades, so I can put it on the medium voltage line here. I'm so afraid to place any machines or wires in here now. Just every time it kind of makes me sweat. It's just like, is this going to explode? Is this going to explode? Because I've had a few too many of those. Anyway, yeah, those are some nice upgrades. And these only take, let's see, this one takes, I think it's 1 EU per tick to stay heated up. And the other one takes 4? 3? Something like that. Okay, 1 here, and if I click that, it actually takes me into it. 3. Okay. Can I shift click? Yes, I can. Okay, so 1 for the one, 3 for the other. And I have plenty of excess EU to be able to do that, so that's just a nice speed boost on those things. So, let's... Oh, actually, since we're talking about stuff like this, let's go look at our industrial TNT factory, which I've also improved. And I think this is basically done. It's working the way that I want it to. I could maybe put another sandstone pulverizer on here to get niter faster. I'm not sure. I'll try it and see if it starts consuming more sand than it is taking in. And actually, at that point, I might be using more MJ than I'm producing. I might be doing that now. Well, these are still full, so maybe not. But yeah, so what I did here, I added a pulverizer for charcoal dust. So you just put charcoal into this barrel, and it all gets pulled out into here. You know, this is something I don't have to do very often because charcoal pulverizes very, very quickly. So charcoal dust is the easiest of these 3 items to get. Niter, you know, we know how that works. It's doing a good job. And I just put this setup back like it was for electrolyzing blaze powder to get sulfur. So that's sort of the slow one now since I built up a big backlog of niter. Actually, yeah, I'm going to be curious if which is slower, sulfur or niter. Because if sulfur is actually the slower one, I'll probably want to add a second electrolyzer here and just have it doing the same thing. Anyway, I think that's about all I changed. So, let's talk about this stupid crystal core. Oh, and what it does to the lighting on the blocks. Look at that piston, or my wood. Anyway, so let's take this to the nether. And, yeah, I have everything I need. So this thing is... It's a pain in my ass. The crystal core itself does seem to do its job, but maybe this is just general Thaumcraft bugginess that's getting me here. What do I have? Haste 2? Yeah. Used to have haste 3, but nope. Those boots burned up. Yeah, we're going to the nether, so we'll see... I feel like I wanted my Vajra in here for something. No, I guess not. So yeah, I tried to move this node around and got it all the way down to a spot that was, well, quite a bit closer than where it... Oh, hello. Okay, do want my Vajra for that. I got it all the way down to right here. There was a crystal core set up right in this spot. But the stupid thing... I was suspecting that this is what was happening. Every time I exit the nether and come back, well, maybe not every time, but some of the times I do that, the node goes right back to where it was. Ooh, that was a nice shot. So the stupid thing just will not keep its position. And we're going to try this. I've heard that you can move crystal cores with pistons. I'm going to try moving this just like 1 block. And... if that's the case, this isn't going to be too much of a pain, because we can just... Well, see, the problem is I don't even know what to do here, because I can't get the node to stay where I tell it to go. I know what I wanted here. I wanted a bag to put my wand into so it didn't try to charge. So let's just make a chest, because if I let the wand charge fully here, it'll completely drain that node, and I can't see it anymore. So it's useful to be able to see it as I'm trying to move it around. So I'll just have that chest there for that. And let's let this go. And put this in here. So they'll rise up and slowly pull the node toward it. And I'm going to put this piston... Yeah, no reason we can't do this now. I don't know if you can move it while it's actually pulling the node. Let's try that. It'll probably break it because the totems will need to come with it. Well, you know, this will finish so quick. We'll first try just moving it after it's calmed down and finished its thing. So, put this here. Let it move the node. Come on, come on. Doesn't take too long. Still working on my node bees. Haven't gotten any further with them. Whenever I notice it's a half moon, I go out and breed my vis bees with each other a whole lot, and still have only gotten one half-breed mutation so far, so it's pretty rare. I should probably just make an alveoli and a mutator to increase that chance. But okay, so the way this finishes, yeah, it does that, then it goes back down and calms down, and the node is there. But watch this. Let's leave the nether and come right back and see if the node is still in that position. Out we go. And back in we go. Now, will it have gone back, or will it have stayed? And the other thing it does is the vis level goes back to where it was. What was it, like 209 or something when we came in here? Let's see what it says now. Because the crystal core drains, it's 204. So I suspect it has reverted again. Is it in that position? Oh, no, it stayed. Yeah, because it's not over here. Wait. Oh, it sort of went like halfway. What the... Really? Really? Oh, this stupid thing. Okay, well, let's try this piston. Doesn't work. Okay. That was false. Okay, so pistons can't move it. I've heard red power frames can, but those are kind of... I don't understand how to use them, and I don't really like what they do. But maybe we'll try them for this. Okay, so whoever said that can move by pistons, you're wrong. They can't. Okay, well, let's try this again. I'm going to try logging out and coming back and seeing if that makes a difference after the node has moved, because leaving the nether and coming back screws it up. Okay, now another thing I heard was the goggles are revealing may have something to do with it. So I'm going to try a couple of things here. Right, I'll wait for this node to move, then I'll log out and back in and see if that happens. Then I will try, well, depends on whether that works or not. If that doesn't work, I will try coming back to the nether without the goggles on, because I've heard that affects it, but that might just be a rumor. So yeah, we'll wait for this to move it into place. Alright, that's done. So it's calmed down. Now we're going to log out. It was at 177 vis in that position. Try this again. See what's happened to it. Okay, it stayed. Interesting. Okay, now I'm going to leave the nether and come back, so maybe logging out is the key. Or maybe it's just random, because, you know, you notice the node has moved a little bit. All the times I've tried pulling it over, some of them have worked. So it's like very sporadic whether it saves the position of the node or not. But yeah, let's see what this does. I am still wearing the goggles. It would be completely crazy if it reverted now, because, you know, I logged out and it wrote all those changes to disk. So if it does revert, I am going to be quite baffled. What's it at? What's it at? 205! Are you serious? Tell me that reach. It moved back. What? Explain that one to me. Okay, we're going to move it again. Then we'll try taking off the goggles and coming back to the nether. This is unbelievable. Like, how does this even have the history of where the node has been? Like, I logged out and came back. That should have... I don't get it. I do not get it. So we'll keep experimenting a little bit. We'll get this figured out. Okay, crystal core is done again. I'm going to take off the goggles, leave the nether, come back, walk up here, and then put them back on. See if that makes any difference. Ah, this stupid thing. I've heard node bees have a very large range, but are also very slow. I assume that means they're slower than the crystal core. I don't know. See, I don't know whether this is a problem with the crystal core itself or just with the way auras get written to disk. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I should probably report this as a Thaumcraft bug, although I assume we're kind of behind on versions now because it's probably already updated for Minecraft 1.5, so maybe this has been fixed. I don't know. But okay, so where is my node? Okay, goggles don't make a difference. I see you. Can't get the positions. Okay, one more thing I want to try. I'm going to put it back, then I'm going to... Oh, it sure doesn't. Need 300 vis. Can I do that without draining this? Yes. I'm going to do this one more time, then I'm going to actually quit Minecraft and restart it and see what happens. And I'm actually going to make a copy of my world, too. Yeah, we'll get this figured out. So, be right back. Okay, so after quitting Minecraft and coming back, it is still in this position. Now, let's do the leaving the nether test. What do you think is going to happen? I mean, this... I don't know. I don't get it. It's so weird. If it does move back to its previous position, then I'm definitely going to have to dig into my world save with NBT Explorer and see if I can figure out just what the heck it's actually doing, because this is baffling. Okay, back up we go, and... Holy shit! Are you serious? Wow, this is super weird. I really can't explain this. Okay. Okay. So, we have some sleuthing to do with NBT Explorer. Alright. But yeah, for now it seems aura nodes are impossible to move. They'll just go right back to where they were. While we're in here, let's check in our quarry. So I'll see you over there. Engines are still pumping, so it's probably not done, although this isn't moving. Maybe it is done. Looks like it might be. I don't have my jetpack with me. Yeah, that's cleared out a pretty good space. How are these, Oh, yeah, okay. It's finished. Cool. So let's, what am I gonna do? Let's just say enabled high. And I'm gonna take my spot loaders back too. So yeah, this, let's go down below after I do this and see what it looks like down there. I was saying before that I wanted to make a bunch of quarries to make this faster, but I don't think I'll bother with that because this seems fast enough. It'll take a while, but making more quarries just you know, it'll only take so long. This is a finite amount of time, but I don't know. Maybe in the future I'll want to quarry multiple things at once, so it might be a good investment anyway. So let's look at it from down here. If I can see from anywhere. Of course, we have one of these guys here. Always ruining my day. Okay, so where's the spot? Oh, wow. Oh, wow, yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. So let's see, if I recall... Do those things stop when they hit lava? Well, if so, then that's fine. Yeah, it trimmed that bridge. I'd kind of like to get closer and look at that, but I can't do it safely. Okay, so that's quite a chunk of this stuff taken out. Ideally, I would like to go farther over this way, but I think if I just clear 64 blocks away from this on all sides, that's probably going to be enough. If spawn rates still aren't great in here, I'll do more. But yeah, there's a wither skeleton there. And is that the only one? There's a few. Alright, I'll clean these guys up since I'm here and they're here. I'll be right back. You know what we forgot to do? We didn't actually look in our chests and see what we got. It seems like nether ores don't spawn in the ceiling or above a certain level, but, so yeah, lots of netherrack and, ooh, okay. A little bit of tin, redstone, copper, iron, gold, coal, cool. And some lapis. Oh no, that's lead. Haha, some of those. Okay, great. That's actually a better haul than I sort of expected it to get. Okay, great. And since I said I would, I'll show you the spot where I died in here. Here it is. So, you know, it looks pretty much like I'm standing on solid ground here, right? You'd sort of expect this to go down lower, but Yeah, there was 2 nether iron ore there, and I mined right through into that lava. There's no land that I could get to in time. I was going for that, but didn't make it. So yeah, three pieces of gear with protection 4 is not enough to swim in lava for that long. I think protection got nerfed recently. But anyway, let's go back home and do something else. Okay, so here's a pretty quick one. I'm just skipping a little bit ahead because this is speedy. My Vajra did survive the falling in lava. I had an ender pouch on me, so I frantically put a few things into it. Unfortunately, the Vajra was the most valuable thing I had on me, and I managed to get it. But I'd been curious for a while if this thing would work on beehives for silk touching them, and yes, as you could tell by me having that in there, it does. So that is pretty cool. But I tried it on the swarm hive we had up here, and it did not work on that one. I just got this Swarmer Princess out of it. So works on some, not on others. I was curious specifically about the swarm hives, since they have different types of bees in them depending on how they were spawned. But yeah, you can't pick them up. Although there is a trick with a portal gun where you can pick up a block, drop it on a torch, and it will drop as a block. So maybe that'll work, or maybe swarm hives are blacklisted for being picked up like that. I don't know. So if we get our hands on a portal gun at any point, I'll have to try that with it. I've actually disabled their spawning as loot and chests, so I'll have to have an extra nether star for actually crafting one. Okay, so now that my brain is actually with me, let's try again to do some stuff with routers in our scrap room. And yes, a bunch of you have informed me, thank you very much, that the ejector is the router upgrade that I want, which will allow me to pull items in and also push them out, apparently. Actually, before I tear all this down, let's try it in an isolated environment, just to make sure I understand what it does and how it works. And I'll also demonstrate that, yes, thoroughness is in fact fixed. That's pretty easy to do, so I'll just put down 2 barrels here, and a router. And if we put 2 pieces of cobblestone in here, they split between the barrels. And you know, if we put more, they just keep on splitting evenly. But if we were to put in the thoroughness upgrade, supposedly this didn't work before, but now it does. And what? You cannot be serious. Okay, I know. I tried this and it worked fine. Maybe I have to... What? What? Unbelievable. Okay. I did not test thoroughness thoroughly enough. Seriously? Okay, well, never mind that. Thoroughness is still broken. Okay, so that breaks that. Okay, well, let's take this down and let's try out the ejector. So I will have this. Let's just use chests. They're a little easier to manage. I just want to. I'll have this pulling from a chest over here and maybe pushing into this chest. Can I do that? All right, so extract from whatever side and eject to... oh boy, which direction is this? This is west. Now, I wonder if it's still going to try to extract from here. Let me try this. Yeah, okay, so it pulls from there and... Oh, what? Wait. If I'm facing west... Does this thing have its directions mixed up? That's ejecting to east. Okay. Okay, so it's backward, but it does work as advertised, so that's cool. And I assume I can do stuff like, give me another chest, give me another chest, stuff like this, where I have them, oops, well, that makes a double. Okay, give me an iron chest. Put this here, put some more cobblestone in it, and yeah, just pulls it right out and puts it in here. Cool. So that's how we're going to do that. So now that we know that that works, I'm going to go off camera for a little bit and fix the layout of my my scrap room here. And so here's what I'll do. Since we know thoroughness doesn't actually work now, that's a pain. It should, but I guess it doesn't. I'll pre-fill as many barrels as I can here. And for the ones that aren't pre-filled, I'll just put a buffer chest down there. And whenever we get a new item, I can add a new barrel for it. And once we get all of the item types, which I think we might have just about now, then we can just use a router without thoroughness and it'll work fine. So yeah, gonna change this layout a bunch, and I will be right back. Alright, so before I put these all in here, I want to see which slot is which, and if I'm going to need a machine filter or item filter upgrade. So let's get these powered up, and turn off all of their outputs. And let's see if we can figure out which slot number that is. It's the only slot, so it's probably slot 0. So we're going to extract... Oh shoot. Okay, well, that took all the scrap out of the recycler. Or the auto-crafting table, actually. Interesting. Yeah, we're going to need a machine filter on this. Because, yeah, there's just too much stuff it's connected to. Okay, so let's give it a machine filter. I don't have one on me, but I know I made one long ago. So, yeah, we just need to specify only pull from igneous extruders for whatever slot the cobblestone goes to. And there it is. I mean, surely that's slot... Oh, hey, here's something I've been wondering about thermal expansion machines. Let's see if this one has it. It does not. But some thermal expansion machines... Well, let me finish what I was saying. Some thermal expansion machines have what looks like a slot down here below what would be the MJ meter on other ones. I don't know what that's for. I'm curious. But, okay, so let's... here we go. Machine filter, ejector. So you have both of those. Going to extract from, I guess, rock gen. What does this mean? Okay, I guess all. Okay, so extract from slot 0, I assume. Slot 0, yeah. Okay, it's not doing it, so maybe that's the wrong slot. Or maybe rock gen is... Well, rock gen must be the right thing. I might need to... Okay, let's try this. If I set this to uncolored and... Oh, okay, so it just has to have some uncolored side or another for it to be able to extract. Good. And then eject to... Oops. Eject to bottom. That's exactly what I want. Good. Okay, so that's doing it, right? Just putting that into there. Good, good. This needs... It's weird to me that I have to set some side to that to get it to work. But anyway, okay, so that's doing its job just fine. Let's see if this thing can keep up with all of my extruders, or if we're going to need to give it a speed boost upgrade. All right, that's all of them. So I do see them flickering on and off a little bit. So it seems like the router is keeping up. Let's try taking... Oh, that's empty. I wonder... Can't see some of them because they're obstructed by barrels and the relay here. But yeah, looks like it's... yeah, looks to me like it keeps up. Great. Wait. No. Why? That does not keep up. Okay, let's give it a speed boost and see if that helps. Speed boost. Did that... That didn't help. You're set to the right thing, right? Yeah. Interesting. Do I need a bandwidth upgrade? Maybe? Okay, let's try that one. Alright, here's a bandwidth upgrade, and... That's more like it. Okay, I think that did the trick. Yeah, okay. So, I wonder what the speed boost is for. Okay, well, I'll have to figure that out later. But yes, okay. Looks like now it's able to actually keep up. Nice. Alright, so that's compacted a lot. Not as much as I'd have liked to, because I'd like to make this building shorter to make it look more like a scrap box, because A scrap box is only, what, like half the height of its width? It's whatever height would let that... Okay, we can do this, because I did the little pixel art recycling thing. So we'd want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd want the ceiling to be at this level here. Those are all hidden. Okay, so right here, we want the ceiling to be where this tube is, and we can't do it because of those guys. We could maybe wrap them around a little bit. There's a couple of spaces down there, but not quite enough. We're short by one space, because the router's taking some. Okay, well, we might be able to do that. But anyway, now let's work on these barrels. That is going to be a major pain, because I'm going to have to take everything out of them to move them around. But I'll do it. So I'm going to put a lot of barrels there, put a router to get the stuff into them, and we'll see how that goes. Actually, here's another idea. I've heard the gravity gun can pick up blocks the same way a portal gun can. You can make this one with a nether star, but there's a cheaper version with glowstone instead. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but let's make one. It's not too expensive. And see if it can move a barrel with its contents intact. So, okay, it makes noise. Can I pick up, like, say, this block? Not with G like I'm used to. What about left click? No. Right click? No. Okay. Middle click? No. Alright, what are the key bindings for this thing? Do I have the, oh. There's no... Not only is there no control setting for the gravity gun, there's none for the portal gun either. Oh, that thing looks crazy in my hand. Okay, let me just try some different keys. Yeah. Oh. This is for modular power suits. I don't think... Okay, no, that's not useful. Okay, so not that. No? I don't know. I don't know how you grab stuff with this. Right click does nothing. I don't have to, like, charge it or anything, do I? If I hold left click, it's like it's digging, but it doesn't... Maybe you just can't do it with this version. Maybe I need the supercharged one to actually pick up blocks? I don't know. Okay, well, I'll read up on this. Guess we don't have that option right now. And you know what? Maybe I'll just leave this as it is until we figure that out, because I don't want to be emptying these barrels and taking all their contents out and putting them back if there's an easier way. So yeah, I'll look up how that works, and maybe we'll do it next time. I guess until then our scrap machine will be out of commission. Okay, so what else are we doing? This is getting a little bit long. Alright, let me try a small thing that I've been curious about for a while. I'm wondering what happens if you autocraft a linking book. Where it's going to put you. So let's just put this autocrafting table right here. And do this. And then we'll pump out of there. Because, I mean, normally it will set the book's position to the player's position when you craft it. But if there's no player actually crafting it, what does it do? So I'm standing here. Autocrafting table is there. Can it even craft? Oh, well, not unless I give it another book. Yup. Oop. Okay, it did craft it. Oh, question mark, question mark, question mark. Interesting. Oh. Oh, okay, so I have it. All right, does this say the same thing if I toss it on the ground? No, that says overworld. Ooh. Ooh, that makes me a little bit worried about... Oh, wait, no. Now those both say overworld. Did I... Okay. Just to be paranoid, I'm going to put all my stuff in a chest before I try and use this book, just in case it, like, takes me to some other dimension I can't get out of or whatever. If that happens, I won't feel bad about using TPX to bring myself back to my normal dimension. But yeah, let's go to the end so we have a place to teleport from. And I don't remember which one was which, but we'll try both of them. Alright, so here's one. That has taken me there. Okay, so I think that was the one that I already had. So here's the other one. Here's the new one. I don't know why it does that crazy camera shaky thing. Okay, here's the one we just used. And... what? Oh, no, I'm wrong. The, oh! Did that do what I think it did? Right, that was the one that I already made. I think what that did was it took me to my spawn point. Is that right? I'm gonna try, I'm gonna break my bed and try that book again. So let's see, this one is the one we don't want to use. Let's just put it away. Oops, Mistcraft's up here. Oh, I don't have my Boots of the Traveler, so getting down from here is going to be fun. That's fine. Okay. I already lost track. Okay, this is the one we don't reuse, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to break my bed. Spawn is, like, just out there, so this doesn't really matter. So take this back. Good grief. And use it. This is neither where I was standing, nor where the auto-crafting table was. So that's kind of weird. Hang on. Let me move my bed somewhere else, then sleep in it, because it is night, and see what happens. We'll craft another one. Where are the books? Where are the books? Books are here. Alright, so I'm standing over here. I'm going to put this in here. That pumps out a book. It says question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm taking it with me. Now it says Overworld. Wait a minute. Okay, so I was standing there when I picked up the book. Maybe that makes a difference. Alright, so we don't want to use this one. This one, yeah, okay. We want to use this one. Aha! Looks like it's wherever I was when I picked up the book. Okay. So, yeah, it just gives you a weird, sort of invalid book that changes when you pick it up, I guess. And I can't, I can't test that any other way, I guess. Okay. Well, that's, that question at least partially answered. Alright, yeah, okay, this was for factorization automation. We'll have to get to that later, because this is about episode length already. But yeah, that's something for next episode. But yeah, if you guys know anything about how I can fix my node problem in the Nether, if there's something I can do differently to make them not revert their positions, please let me know. I'm going to do more investigation, check the NBT data on them, and see if I can figure out what the difference is between this world and the one that I copied before the node moved back to its previous position. Well, I mean, the difference will be the position of the node, but I don't know how it even knows what its previous position was. Anyway, so yeah, I'll do some more investigation. If I get enough information, I'll put in a bug report, unless this has already been fixed in Thaumcraft. But yeah, I'm going to call it here. We'll do some factorization automation later. Maybe I'll do some of that off camera. It'll be a little bit fiddly, but at the very least, I'll take you through what I've done once it's done. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.